Today we're joined by our candidates for mayor. Tomorrow is election day, and our candidate that we have with us right now is Meek, County Commissioner with Sandoval County. Welcome.
Thank you very much, Jerry, for having me. This is a great forum you've put together.
Thanks. So let's go ahead and jump right on in. So tell listeners out there why you're running for mayor at this point.
I moved to Rio Rancho in 1990, and like my signs say, I've been serving Rio Rancho since 1994. I was with the fire department for 25 years, where I started as an entry-level firefighter and worked my way up to chief over the 25 years. After I retired, I've served 2 terms as the county commissioner, and I've served both those terms. I've had a stint at the chairmanship and also the vice chair. I love this community, and I believe that the fact that there are 6 candidates running for mayor shows that there's concern. We have great quality of life, experience, and rewards. The best roads, or not the best roads, the best parks, the best libraries, the best police department, the best fire department. But we don't have the best job situation. And so that is really what I'm wanting to help bring, is more job opportunities to the community.
Okay. So you're mayor, you're elected mayor. What are your priorities in the first year?
The first thing I would do is get all of the agencies that deal with economic development in one room together. Currently, as it stands, we have Sandoval Economic Development. We have Albuquerque Regional Economic Development. We have an economic development director for the city. We have an economic development director for the county. And we have a state secretary of our economic development. It's the buzzword. And so we have to be looking towards those, getting jobs to come here.
Okay, so jobs, I've heard jobs and more jobs.
Yep.
So let's talk about the business community itself. How do you plan on building great relationships in the business community? Right now, Mayor Hall, 12-year mayor, attends just about every ribbon cutting he can attend. Small businesses feel the impact of Mayor Hall. So if you're elected mayor and you're involved in the business community, how are you going to impact that? How are you going to support those local employers?
Well, I would make it both on a big scale, all the big companies who have come to Rio Rancho. I would go back to the last few we had come and build up here and find out what they felt that the city of Rio Rancho did well. And also find out what things they felt we were deficient in. I think that it's important to know how we can become better. Smaller businesses, we have to take care of them as well. The most common complaint I hear for small businesses with licensing, inspections, getting able to talk to somebody about where the applications are in a process. And I believe now with AI and customer service direction, we would be able to tell people, if you come to Rio Rancho and want to start a large business or a small business, this is the timetable that you could expect to be on, and we will make those time marks.
So the next thing to really look at is obviously we're going to have a new mayor. So Mayor Hall, after 12 years, there is only one contested seat at City Council.
Yes.
And that's Clarissa's seat. All the others ran uncontested. That being said, largely, City Council is going to remain the same. So how can you as mayor collaborate with the existing City Council and develop the effective collaboration needed to continue the growth mode and strategic plans of the city?
I believe that it's important to have weekly meetings. I can tell you how it works at the county. Every single commissioner meets with the manager, and we go over whatever is coming up for the next meeting, and we go over all facets of that, so there isn't any surprises. I would say that we need to ensure that there is no slowing down of information to the counselors. I believe that this past year we saw a situation with Project Ranger where the counselors weren't given information in a timely manner, and 8 months into agreements with the state, the city, the county, and Castilian, who was coming into this county. The city wasn't involved and said they didn't have information on it. There was a breakdown of communication, and I would ensure that that never happens again. We invited everybody from the city to come with us to California to find out what were some of the obstacles they would encounter as they brought a big DOD project like that here. And they answered all those questions, but the city said that they couldn't send their counselors. And that would have helped this out tremendously in terms of the fluidity of getting that up and running.
So you've been county commissioner for almost 8 years. You're terming out in that role. You were fire marshal, you were fire chief at the fire department for 25 years. So what makes you the best candidate for mayor right now at this time?
What I possess is the ability to work with others. Since I started in the fire department, there was always a situation where we had to work with other agencies. We were the smallest when I started. We had 12 firefighters, and when I left, we had over 100. So we started meeting with all of the fire departments, Albuquerque, Bernalillo, the counties, Bernalillo County, Sandoval County, and we all met. And we found out we had a lot of situations where we weren't the first ones to experience it. So we had a way to not start from square one and jettison past all of the failures that maybe someone else had to go through to accelerate growth. When we had our swiftwater rescue team and our hazmat team, high angle rescue, the city had people to do all those emergency rescues. Well, so did Corrales and so did Bernalillo. And the state gave us money. Well, Bernalillo, the town, wanted a boat to go do swiftwater rescue. Corrales wanted a boat to go do swiftwater rescue. Yet neither of those two departments would have had enough personnel to actually go and field that call. So it was important that we got all of those fire departments together and buy not two boats, but buy a boat and then staff them from all the different agencies so that when there was an emergency outside of the river or a high angle rescue, there were still people to go on an emergency call to somebody's home or a fire. And I think that that's the most important part, is being able to facilitate discussions of how to grow and not be put off because you're not the top. We have to work with others to get what we want when it's our turn. So I think that's my strength. I'm able to deal with other agencies. And that is what's going to take us to the next level as we move forward in Rio Rancho.
Okay, so tomorrow is election day, and it's probably one of our most consequential elections we've had in a number of years because new mayor, first time in 12 years, figure out the direction on where we're going to go from here. And city is moving in a great direction right now, fastest growing city by far. So tomorrow, good luck, wish you well. And we look forward to everyone getting out to vote tomorrow. Thank you, Commissioner Meek.
Thank you. Vote Meek for mayor.
There you go.